My brother-in-law told my wife's family I never held a job a year. My wife handed him my 30-year service pin. I've never been the loud one at family dinners. I fix things, I pay for things, I keep quiet. My wife Carol's family always treated that quiet like proof I was hiding something, and her brother Derek made a whole career out of the suspicion. Derek was the golden one. New venture every 18 months, always about to close something huge. He wore watches he couldn't afford and told stories where he was the hero. At Carol's father's 70th birthday, he finally said it to my face. "You know what I respect," he announced, tapping his glass. "A man who works. A real job. Not whatever it is Gary does." The table went quiet. I set down my fork. "I work, Derek. Do you? 30 years married to my sister and I've never once heard where. You've never held a job a full year in your life. Carol carries this whole family, doesn't she?" Carol's mother nodded along, gentle like she was doing me a kindness. "We do worry, sweetheart. Gary just disappears every morning." "To where?" "He putters," Derek said. "Naps in a truck somewhere, comes home. Meanwhile, some of us are actually building something." "And what are you building this month?" I asked. His smile tightened. "Funny you ask. I just got hired. Real company. 6 figures, corner office track. I start Monday." He spread his arms for the room. "So maybe don't lecture me about work, Gary." Carol set down her wine. "Which company, Derek?" "Meridian Freight." He said it slow, savoring it. "Biggest logistics outfit in the state. You wouldn't know it." "I might," I said. "You wouldn't." He laughed. "It's a serious place, Gary. They don't hand jobs to men who nap for a living." Carol reached into her purse. She didn't argue. She just set something small on the table and slid it across to him. It was a lapel pin. Gold, a little enamel banner under a delivery truck. 30 years of service. Meridian Freight. Derek picked it up and turned it over. My name was engraved on the back. "Where did you get this?" "It's Gary's," Carol said. "They gave it to him in the spring." Derek's laugh came out thin. "He works at Meridian? Doing what? Loading trailers? Call your new boss and ask him." "What?" "Your offer letter. The one you've been bragging about. Whose name signed off on it?" He kept grinning, but his hand had already gone to his phone. He scrolled. He stopped. I watched the color drain out of his face the way it always drains when a man's own story finally catches up to him. He read the signature line once, then again. "Gary Voss," he said. "Vice President of Regional Operations. 30 years," I said. "I built that department from 4 trucks. Your resume crossed my desk Tuesday. I approved the hire because Carol asked me to give her brother a shot." The table had gone completely silent. Carol's father was staring at Derek like he'd never seen him before. Her mother's mouth was open. "That's no." Derek's voice climbed. "You interview for that job, there's a whole process." "I run the process," I said. "The morning meeting you keep hearing about, the one I leave for at 6, that's mine. I chair it. You'll be sitting in it Monday, 3 seats down." He looked at the pin, then at me, then at his sister, doing the math on 30 years of dinners where he'd called me a freeloader across a table I paid for. "You never said anything," he said, almost accusing. "All this time. Why would you just sit there and let me?" "Because it was never worth correcting," I said. "You needed me to be the family joke more than I needed you to know the truth. So I let you have it." "Carol." He turned to her, desperate now. "You knew? You let him. You called my husband a bum at my father's birthday, Derek." She picked the pin back up and closed her hand around it. "You did that all on your own." He set the phone down like it had burned him. Nobody at the table said a word in his defense. Not his mother, not his father, not the cousins who'd laughed along for years. I stood, buttoned my jacket, and looked down at him. "See you at 6:15 Monday. Don't be late." I let it sit for a second. "And try to hold this one a full year."